Hello, human. How's it going? I'm here again with a walk and talk. I'm out of town. I'm going to show you some things here while I walk and talk. Something I've been thinking about this morning, full moon today, by the way. The concept of being taken care of. Concept of being taken care of. Sorry for the mumble. So this is a very hard thing for me to grasp. Personally, I don't know if anybody else really has this. I don't know, I've never spoken about this. The concept of being taken care of, understanding that you will no matter what be taken care of. My bunny, hi little bunny, didn't mean to scare you. The concept of being taken care of. So why? Well, when it was drilled into me when I was really young, that life was a burden and that I might get everything taken from me in a blink. How they drilled it in, I don't know, but it happened. I think it was all the talk about money when I was really young and the fact that we didn't have money for food because somebody else was taking it. I don't want to get too personal here, but I'm just saying I spent a lot of time away from my mom with my grandparents. They were taking care of me. But why was I always put off into another area? So these concepts wrap together. These concepts wrap. And for me, there was this really deep density around, deep emotional density around not believing that I'd be taken care of. So I had to figure it out. And then not being able to figure it out turned into a whole other thing. So I'm just explaining this because sometimes people try to help and explain and share, but they don't really have any concept of what you may struggle with. So the fact is I was always taken care of by my grandparents. I mean, my parents did their best they could. They did. But my grandparents always picked up the pieces until they died. And to me, that was a big mix-up emotionally. And it got in there real deep when I was really young. And this is something that I've been spending the last 2 years working on within myself. This is one of my deepest, most challenging I don't know, is it an issue? Is it a density? Is it an emotion? I don't know. At this point, it's gone. I actually believe. I don't even know when it flipped. I still do want to be the one taking care of me, and I am. But financially, I am not. And this is a hard position to be in. Yeah? You get me? I'm not making a complaint. I am well taken care of. People love me. I have every single thing I need. But I'm hardline to be production, something. And I'm not really sure how other people work with things like this. So I brought it up. To be taken care of is a human thing. It's human to human. My concept or thoughts around family have always been very different than others, simply because of what I shared just now, a little bit ago. My uncle was taking care of us, and then my stepfather, wonderful man. People tried, but by the time he came in, I was ready, off on my own journey, and I was like 10. So how does someone create the concept of being taken care of? I'm winding right back to community, right? That's what's happening here. Community. How? Well, first you have to believe that it's possible, whatever it might be. And then you have to do this thing where you take action. You take action. And as we've been speaking about, if you don't know what the action is, you figure out steps to do that. There's not going to be any kind of quick fix or anything. But I'm not so sure people are looking for that anymore. At least not people paying attention to the things that I say. At least not people paying attention to the things that I'm sharing. So the concept of being taken care of, can you provide yourself with the belief of being taken care of? What in your life can you shift in order to start working on that belief specifically? What can you shift in order to create that belief? Maybe it's something easy, Maybe it's something easy. It might not be, but hey. So to be taken care of starts with us. There's a support system that has to be located, community, and there has to be a certain confidence in your body. Often we are presented with things that are exactly the opposite. Actually, more often than not. And if you take some time to look at that, you'll realize it's just the other side of a coin that you haven't turned over yet. What's my point? What is my point? Oh my gosh, there's so much turkey poop here. There's a lot of wild turkeys where I am right now. My point. My point is that often we're taken care of in a way that doesn't feel quite right to our system. But the people that are doing it are doing the best that they can. So, if you can, go back in your mind and in your life and look at some of the things you might have misperceived. The chances are pretty high that some of the people you don't like the way you were treated by were trying really hard to take care of you. They just didn't understand. Now, I'm not trying to be an enabler, okay? I'm not talking about the narcissists and the people that don't give a shit. They just want you to do stuff for them. I'm not talking about them. There might be people hidden behind all of that mess for you. I had to really dissect it for myself, and I'm not going to go into that right now, but I just know that it's possible. I know that it's possible. And I'm saying that from a position that when I was really young, my mom really couldn't take care of me. I was at my grandparents' a lot because of that. But it didn't land until 30 years later. So if I can leave you with some words of, I don't even want to say wisdom or hope or something like that, it's just life. When you're given the opportunity to review, try not to judge yourself, yeah? On the ascension path, this is fundamental. And I don't care if people don't believe in the ascension path. If you're not paying attention to what's happening right now, I don't know what to tell you. But why are you still listening to me and my voice? Never mind. Forget I even said that. Actually, you can't because it's already out there. My point is this. It is fundamentally imperative that you create an essence within yourself that you will be taken care of, that you are loved by you, that you won't abandon the you in you. And this is absolutely possible. Coming from a person that didn't think it was possible, I'm telling you, it's possible. Thank you so much for listening to this. Please subscribe. Please leave comments and tell me how you're feeling and what you're doing, what's going on for you in your ascension path. And as this boat moves forward, boat being society, humanity, we'll reconvene about these things. It's just going to keep going. And I mean that in a way that's somewhat calming. Let's walk to this tree. But also, I just don't like the idea of people not putting in their own work. I know there's a lot of spiritual folks out there that, whew, that scared me. Huh? A lot of spiritual folks out there don't really understand that because they have been so well off and so well to do in their privilege that sure they've been able to go through some of these concepts rather quickly, but this is because they're not worried about feeding themselves. You have to watch who you're listening to. And that's why I present things in the way that I do. I don't think people are wrong necessarily. I just don't think some of the things coming out are helpful. I think there's a lot of information, and I'm going to leave you with this lichen. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. All right. Bye for now.